What does happiness mean to you? This is a question that prompts a myriad of responses, as varied and unique as we are as individuals. Happiness, a seemingly simple concept, is deeply subjective, intricately woven into the fabric of our personal experiences, values, and perspectives. It's a multifaceted gem, reflecting different hues to different eyes. At its core, happiness is often understood as a state of well-being, contentment, and satisfaction with one's life and circumstances. It's that warm, comforting sensation of being at peace with where you are, who you are, and the journey you're on. It's waking up to a new day with a sense of anticipation rather than dread, viewing life's ups and downs as part of the grand tapestry of existence. Along with this sense of well-being and contentment, happiness is often associated with a cascade of positive emotions. Joy, that effervescent feeling that bubbles up from within, spilling over into laughter, smiles, and a lightness of being. Pleasure, the sensory delight of a delicious meal, the soothing notes of a melody, the softness of a loved one's touch. Fulfillment, the deep satisfaction that comes from accomplishing a task, realizing a dream, or making a difference in someone's life. But happiness is more than just positive emotions. It's also about a sense of purpose and meaning. The feeling that your life matters, that you're part of something bigger than yourself. It's about connections too. Bonds forged with family, friends, and community. Relationships that nurture, challenge, and enrich us. Happiness, therefore, is not a constant, unchanging state. It ebbs and flows, mirrors the rhythm of life itself. It's not a destination, but a journey. A dynamic dance between the self and the world, between the inner and the outer, the past and the future, the known and the unknown. Remember, happiness is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It is as unique as you are. Each of us has our own happiness blueprint, a personal roadmap to joy, contentment, and fulfillment. Your happiness is yours alone. Treasure it, nurture it, celebrate it. But what influences our happiness? Our happiness is a complex tapestry woven with numerous threads. It is deeply personal, but also interconnected with the world around us. Some of these threads are bright, vibrant elements such as meaning, purpose, and social connections. Finding meaning in life, whether through work, hobbies, or personal growth, fuels our sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. It's about feeling that we are part of something larger, something that matters. A purposeful life can often lead to a happier one. Then there's the role of social connections. Our relationships, the bonds we form with family, friends, and even the wider community, can be a significant source of joy and contentment. These connections not only provide emotional support, but they also affirm our sense of belonging and identity. But not all threads in this tapestry are bright. Some are shadowy, reflecting the challenges and pressures we face. Societal pressures, for instance, can often distort our understanding of happiness. We're bombarded with images of success, wealth, and perfection, leading us to chase after unrealistic expectations and overlook our own unique paths to happiness. External circumstances, too, play a part. Life events, our environment, and even the weather can influence our mood and emotional state. However, it's important to remember that while we can't always control these external factors, we can control how we respond to them. And let's not forget the internal struggles. Negative thought patterns, unresolved emotional issues, these can cast long shadows over our happiness. They can trap us in cycles of dissatisfaction and disillusionment. Recognizing and addressing these internal struggles is crucial to enhancing our well-being. So you see, our happiness is influenced by a myriad of factors. Some are within our control, others are not. Some bring light, others cast shadows. But by acknowledging these influences, by understanding their role in shaping our happiness, we can begin to navigate our path more effectively. Many factors shape our happiness, some within our control, some not. Recognizing them is the first step towards understanding our own happiness. Achieving and sustaining happiness isn't always easy, is it? It's a universal quest, yet it's dotted with challenges that can sometimes make it seem like a mirage in the desert of life. Many individuals grapple with the task of finding and maintaining this elusive state of contentment. You see, society often paints a picture of happiness that can feel like a moving target. We're told that happiness comes from achieving certain milestones, the dream job, the perfect relationship, the luxurious home. Yet when we finally achieve these things, we might find that the happiness they bring is fleeting. And so we set our sights on the next milestone, and the next, in a never-ending cycle of striving. This pursuit becomes a treadmill, with the promise of happiness always just out of reach. It's a cycle that can fuel a sense of inadequacy or disillusionment. We may start to question why we're not happy, even when we've ticked all the boxes that society tells us should equate to happiness. On top of these external pressures, there are internal struggles to contend with. Negative thought patterns, unresolved emotional issues, and unrealistic expectations of ourselves can all create obstacles on our path to happiness. We may become our own harshest critics, berating ourselves for not being happy enough, successful enough, or good enough. But here's the thing, happiness isn't a destination. It's not a place you arrive at after you've ticked off all the items on your checklist. It's not a prize you win after running the race of life. Happiness is a journey. It's an ongoing process of learning, growing, and finding contentment in the present moment, regardless of external circumstances. It's about finding joy in the small things, cultivating meaningful relationships, and pursuing a sense of purpose that resonates with you. The pursuit of happiness may seem like an uphill battle at times, but remember, it's a journey, not a destination. So take a deep breath, let go of societal expectations, and embrace your own path to happiness. Because happiness in its truest form is deeply personal and entirely unique to you. So, how can we cultivate happiness in our lives? A question we've all pondered, right? Let's delve into it. Happiness, as we've learned, is a multifaceted experience, and it's not something that just happens. It's something we create, something we cultivate. And it begins with intentional practices. What does that mean? It means taking conscious actions that contribute to our happiness. Maybe it's a daily gratitude journal, a mindfulness meditation practice, or simply taking a moment each day to appreciate the beauty of the world around us. These small intentional steps can have a big impact on our sense of happiness. But we're social creatures, aren't we? We thrive on connection and interaction. So, it's no surprise that meaningful relationships play a crucial role in our happiness. These relationships provide us with a sense of belonging, of being seen and understood. They offer support in times of struggle and share in our joy in times of triumph. Cultivating these relationships, whether they're with friends, family, or a supportive community, can greatly enhance our happiness. Now, let's talk about purpose and gratitude. Having a sense of purpose, a reason to get up in the morning, can give our lives direction and meaning. It can fuel our passion and drive, and in turn, our happiness. And gratitude? It's the practice of recognizing and appreciating what we have, rather than focusing on what we don't. It's a powerful tool that can shift our perspective and lead to a more fulfilled and happier life. But remember, understanding the complexities of happiness and prioritizing holistic well-being is key. It's not just about feeling good all the time. It's about acknowledging our emotions, the good and the bad, and understanding that they're all part of the human experience. It's about taking care of our physical health, our mental health, and our spiritual well-being. Cultivating happiness is an ongoing process, one that requires mindfulness, intention, and patience. So let's embark on this journey together, nurturing our happiness one step at a time. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've discussed today. Happiness, in its simplest form, is a state of well-being, contentment, and satisfaction with one's life and circumstances. It's a deeply subjective concept, varying greatly from one person to another, yet universally appealing. It's often associated with positive emotions like joy, pleasure, and fulfillment. But we must remember, it's not just about these transient moments of elation. Happiness is also influenced by deeper factors like meaning, purpose, and the connections we build with those around us. Achieving and sustaining this state of happiness, as we've discussed, is no easy task. It's a journey fraught with challenges. Societal pressures, unrealistic expectations, external circumstances, and internal struggles, such as negative thought patterns and unresolved emotional issues, can all pose hurdles on this path. The pursuit of happiness can sometimes lead to a cycle of striving for more and never feeling truly satisfied, fueling a sense of inadequacy or disillusionment. But here's the thing, happiness is not an unreachable star. It's not an illusion that fades away as we reach out to touch it. It's a dynamic and multifaceted experience that can be nurtured and grown. It's like a garden. It requires tending, care, and patience. We can cultivate happiness through intentional practices, meaningful relationships, and by fostering a sense of purpose and gratitude. It requires understanding the complexities of happiness and prioritizing holistic well-being. Navigating life's challenges becomes more effective when we have this deeper, more enduring sense of fulfillment and joy. It doesn't mean we won't face difficulties or experience negative emotions. It means we're better equipped to handle these moments, to learn from them, to grow, and to continue on our journey. So, as we wrap up, let's remember, happiness is not a destination, but a journey. It's not something we achieve, but something we cultivate. Remember, happiness is not merely an illusion. It's a dynamic and multifaceted experience that we can navigate and cultivate for a deeper and more enduring sense of fulfillment and joy.